Hey YouTube, this is Alcheminition coming at you with another deck profile video. This video, Pendulum Magicians. Now this deck will change a fair amount, so I'll give you the deck profile on that when I make the changes. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start with the main deck. We have 3 copies of the main bad boy of the deck. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Amazing card. When it attacks a monster, double any battle damage you deal. And it's pretty sweet searcher as well. Not to mention the main focal point of the deck. Odd Eyes Pendulum. I call this deck Magic Eyes, just because. Anyways, here's Wisdom Eye Magician. 3 copies, great searcher, gotta have it. Here's we've got 3 copies of Dragon Pit Magician. Deals with those floodgates. Scale 8. Pretty awesome. Not to mention level 7. Here we go. We got 3 copies of Oath Dragon Magician. You gotta recycle those cards you send to the graveyard, folks. Pretty much any magician or Odd Eyes card sent to the graveyard, except for himself. Can't add himself. And here we goes. We got 3 copies of Skullcrabat Joker. Great search card, gotta have him. He's also a pretty good meat stick. 2 copies of Dragon Pulse Magician. Lets me pop those problem monsters. Here's a new thing I just got yesterday from Breaker of Shadows. We has 2 copies of Dharma Eye Magician. Great card. If you're worried about your opponent destroying cards, destroying your attacking monsters during the battle phase of the turn you Pendulum Summon him, he's the card that you want. Plus, he's pretty much got the stats of Dark Magician backwards. I found funny. And Odd Eyes. Here we got 2 copies of Time Gazer Magician. Scale 8. Stops trap cards during the battle phase in which a pendulum monster is attacking. Pretty sweet. I don't know why more people don't use him. I suppose, you know what, I do know why people don't use him very often, but that's why I said 2 in here. He might even drop to 1. However, he's half decent. I like him. People don't ever actually know what he does, is funny. They always try to activate trap cards during the battle phase. Here we have 2 copies of something else that's new from Breaker of Shadows from yesterday. Timebreaker Magician. Great card for getting around problem monsters by banishing them. He's pretty much, what's his name from, Cyframes. The, Zeta. Banish, come back at the next standby phase. Here we have 2 copies of, Noble Dragon Magician. Really awesome card. It's alright. Like, I like it. It's got its drawbacks, but what card that's balanced doesn't. It's balanced. It's good. Here we have 2 copies of something else that's new from the Breakers of Shadows. Tuning Magician. I like her. She gets to go into some rank 4s occasionally. That's why, like, she special summons herself from pretty much anywhere. Downside, she gets banished, your opponent gains life points, you lose life points, but it's only 400 life points that you lose and he gains, and you got other plays. You only really need to use her once, or twice anyways, so I like it. I tried to figure out a way to put her in this deck. Anyway, spell cards. 3 MST. Don't need to explain, really. 3 Pendulum Calls, great card, stops destruction from your Pendulum cards, into Pendulum Zones, lets you search 2 cards, all for discarding 1 card, too. Pretty sweet. 2 copies of Sky Iris. Lets you search out them odd eyes. 2 terraforming for searching out them sky irises. This is going to change. We have 1 wavering eyes for now. However, it's going up to 2 soon. It's a really good card, especially facing Pendulum decks. However, the reasons I'm putting it at only 2 and not 3 is because, well, it can clog up a little bit. You're wasting your 2 Pendulum scales. If you don't have another scale in your hand, then you're kind of messed. So this is going out for that that other copy of Wavering Eyes. Dark Hole is going out for it. Then we have 1 Torrential Tribute. Well, that's the main deck. Here's the extra deck. 3 copies of Meteor Burst Dragon. Funny thing, people actually don't get his effect. It stops monster effects from anywhere, including the hand. So, that Swift Scarecrow you like so much is mess. Has no effect when he's on the field. 1 copy of Herald of Arclight. I might put in Gravity Dragon. This is really good even without having rituals in the deck. Just negates things. 1 copy of Dark End. Good things, pop things. 3 copies of Absolute Dragon. Great card for summoning out your Odd Eyes cards from the extra deck. 2 copies of Leviathan Dragon. Beat Stick. 2 regular Utopias. 1 Utopia Ray. This is probably going to go out for Vortex. 1 Utopia Beyond. Great card for OTKing. It reduces your monsters to 0, so you can attack for 5,000 damage with Odd Eyes. 1 card of Photon Strike Bouncer. This card lets you negate effects. It's going to probably go out for a Vortex as well. Anyways, that's my version of Magician Pendulums. Please like, share, and subscribe for more card deck profile videos and other things. Till next time, this is Alcheminician signing out.